The Dow Jones Industrial Average started the day at another record high, the fifth straight, and closing in on another milestone. The blue chip index gained nearly 73 points yesterday, finishing just below the 22,000 mark. The Dow is up more than 11% this year. The president tweeted yesterday morning, "Stock market could hit all-time high again." CBS News financial contributor Mellody Hobson is in Chicago. Mellody, good morning. Past presidents have been hesitant to take credit for stock market gains, saying, it's harder to control that than it is economic programs. Is it fair for the president to be taking credit here?
Well, I think that I subscribe to the point of view of Warren Buffett, who is one of the greatest investors of all time, who's been known to say markets are stronger than governments. I think at the end of the day, this market has been fueled by fundamentals in this country. Corporate profits are expected to be up 11% in the second quarter. Corporations are doing great. Americans are working. Unemployment is at 4.3%. And who would have thought that when 8 years ago we were at 10%? And then the rest of the world is actually holding up pretty well. Who would have thought we would see pockets of strength in Europe? And China, which many had thought would be winding down or slowing down, seems to be holding up okay. So I don't think it's just about the White House. I think it really is more about the fundamentals of businesses globally.
Does that mean that, in fact, they expect this to continue, that there is no pushback that will restrain it in the future, in the long term?
As you know, Charlie, bull markets follow bear markets. And, nothing goes straight up. There's that saying, trees don't grow to the sky. This has been a phenomenal period. I mean, I don't think anyone expected this kind of strength anywhere coming off of such a long run that we have had. This is the second longest run since World War II. So this is quite strong. But at the end of the day, of course, they're going to be there. We have to expect some pullbacks at some point. Maybe some of that will come if some of the policies that have been talked about and are priced in, like lower taxes, don't come through. Yeah. Maybe that'll happen if we don't see some of the deregulation that has been discussed.
Car sales are declining.
Car sales have been down, but I actually think that's not an economic story. I think that's about ride-sharing companies. I think that's about Uber and Lyft and the fact that those companies have people saying, why buy a car when I can dial one up?
But we live in a time of uncertainty, too, and we don't really know what's going to come out of Washington. We've seen the president be unsuccessful so far in passing legislation. That uncertainty sometimes causes businesses not to invest.
That's right. Uncertainty is never good for the market. It's never good for any business. However, what this market seems to be telling us is, again, the fundamentals are very strong. And as a result of that, it continues to power through. Anything can happen. Anything has happened. But the one thing I believe when it comes to capitalism is that at the end of the day, we are looking at an upward trajectory for this country and for the world.
Thanks, Mellody. Great to have you.
Thanks.